I've got a full tank of gas and a good crew. All I ask is a tall ship and a load of minerals to fill it with. Well, it's not a tall ship, it's a long ship, but it's good enough. All I ask is a long ship. Okay. Looks like the last orbit there is not occupied. Or is that Pluto just there? This tiny little dot. I don't remember that mnemonic at all, sorry. Something about orangutans. That's all I remember. And bananas. Pluto. 39 AU. Right, yeah, it's crap. But let's gather what's there anyway. So, oh, Tizo crystals. What the fuck that means? Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, Mayday from surface. We've come under fire from an alien vessel we found hiding on the surface of Pluto. Captain, they killed Kowalski, Fritz, Chin, O'Donnell, Luigi, Mario, and all three of the Lieberman triplets. We have returned fire, but our stunner can't penetrate the ship's outer hull armor. We're initiating emergency launch procedures. Shit. Attention, big mean hostile alien vessel hovering overhead in an obvious attack posture. Look at this. This is Spathi Captain Fuifo. I know you are going to torture me, so let's just get this over with right now. What? You're a bit paranoid, mate. The coordinates of my homeworld Spathi were 241.634, and the Ultra Seeker Spathi cipher, which is known only by me and several billion other Spathi, is Huffy Muffy Guffy. Sorry about the little mistake with your landing vehicle. I was so startled when it approached my vessel in that threatening manner that an automated defense system was fired on it when it got too close. I hope nobody got hurt. Okay. Hi there, friend. We come in peace and mean you no harm. Eccentric, strange creature. Are you sure? Because your statement is often just a more polite way of saying, attention alien vessel, identify yourself or be destroyed. In any event, I am Spathi Captain Fuifo of the Void Ship Star Runner. Placed here in this planetary system as part of the powerful Earthguard Star Force, which our masters the Ur-Quan established here to make sure the Earthlings don't do anything tricky. Yeah, wouldn't want that. What are you doing here on Pluto? About 20 years ago, this region of space was dominated by a loose confederation known as the Alliance of Free Stars. Yeah, I've heard of them. Which was composed of the aliens native to these parts who didn't want to be enslaved. They made a valiant effort against the superior Ur-Quan forces. And it even looked like they might miraculously defeat the combined Ur-Quan armada. Right up to the point at which the Ur-Quan totally defeated, indeed annihilated them. So what are you doing here on Pluto? Well, when the Ur-Quan armada entered the system to subjugate formerly the Earthlings, the Ur-Quan presented the humans with the standard slave options. Join the hierarchy as combat thralls and retain some autonomy, including the right to travel through space. Silly music. Or become a fallow species and return to pre-atomic savagery on the surface of their homeworld. Encased for all time beneath an impenetrable force shield. The humans chose the latter option, and so were swiftly imprisoned on the surface of Earth. But the Ur-Quan didn't trust them to obey the restrictions, so they chose a small group of hierarchy combat starships from the Urath and Spathi fleets to create the so-called Earthguard, station them at a base on Earth's moon. Tell me what you're doing on Pluto now. Originally, we were stationed on Earth's moon, which made us Spathi a bit uneasy. Because with each passing day we grew more and more worried about the sneaky Earthlings making a surprise attack. Though the Ur-Wrath kept telling us that was impossible, since the Earthlings had no ships or weapons whatsoever. That made us feel a bit better, but when the Ur-Wrath left again we grew fearful and decided to make a strategic redeployment to Mars. Later on we decided it would be prudent to relocate to Jupiter's moon, Ganymede. And then later Saturn's moon, Titan. And finally here to Pluto. What happened to the Ur-Wrath stationed in the system? The Ur-Wrath contingent was supposed to be the toughest ridge crest, most rigid flipper, yes, the backbone of the Earth force, but they departed the system en masse. Not long after the last Ur-Quan dreadnought vessel vanished from this region of space. They claimed to have received a direct order from their gods of evil and darkness, who had grown dissatisfied with the Ur-Wrath's passivity and wanted them to kill or at least torture someone soon. Personally, I believe they just got bored and went off to have some fun. I like this guy. Okay, what is happening at the base on Luna then? We decided that if the Earthlings had figured out we had abandoned the base on Luna, they would be more likely to try something sneaky. Oh dear. So we rigged up some old service androids and ordered them to drive around on the lunar surface in bulldozers. Yeah, I've seen them. Endlessly pushing around piles of dirt. In addition, we connected the base's local transmitter to an audio malnorm fun ROM called Winky's Happy Night, hoping they would think we were still there. Okay. I'm not asking him yet, I want to talk to him some more. What happened to the other Spathi ships? Over the past years, it had become necessary to redestroy strategically some of our Earth Guard forces to our homeworld in case of a sudden surprise attack by vicious, unrelenting alien races, which we Spathi call the ultimate evil. Well, what is this ultimate evil? As yet, the ultimate evil remains largely unmanifest, and its powers and exact intentions are still a bit obscure. These guys are paranoid nutters, since it lurks just outside the range of even the most sensitive long-range detectors. Which we feel gives us conclusive evidence as to the ultimate evil's nefarious intent. I think you're an insane conspiracy theorist. Okay, why are you still here? Since it was our most powerful and unforgiving masters, the Ur-Quan, who stationed us here, we knew it would be grossly stupid to disobey them completely, but we decided it would just be okay to send one ship home. We used one of our most ancient and solemn rituals, Poon Taffy, to pick the lucky ship. Then, some months later, we decided it wouldn't really hurt if we sent one more ship home. And then later we sent another, and then another. Well, you get the idea. Alas, as fate would have it, when the final ritual was performed, I, Fwifo, was left here alone. For as even the most immature encrustling knows, there must always be one Spathi who picks the short to poon stick. Okay. I'm sure you'd feel a lot safer if you were with us. Come on, Fwifo, join our fleet. Well, I really want to, but I'm just not sure that under the present circumstances, joining you in your exciting and also dangerous space adventure would be the best course of action right now. Because the Ur-Quan could return at any minute, and the punishment they would bestow on me for such treason would make any other horrible deaths seem like big fun by comparison. Oh, thanks for the offer though. Alright, where are the Ur-Quan now? Our masters don't really keep us very well informed about their goings on. So all we know is that immediately after the subjugation of the last alien alliance race, the Yihat I think, the Ur-Quan gathered their dreadnoughts and departed towards the edge of the galaxy. commanding us to obey the slave laws or face their wrath when they returned. Okay. Do you know anything about other alien races? We only know bits and pieces of what happened to each race. For instance, until defeated, the Yihat joined the hierarchy as combat thralls. When defeated, sorry. While the Cyrene chose to be slave children on a planet in the Bug Squirt star system. No, that's not right. I forget its name. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the Shofixti. They were utterly wiped out in a gigantic blaze of glory. What do you mean, blaze of glory? The Shofixi were half feral, as you know, having been uplifted by the Yihat. Uplift. Just a few decades before the start of the war. Given their habit of detonating those suicidal so-called glory devices in combat, it came as no particular surprise to me when, upon the arrival of the Ur-Quan Primary Task Force at their homeworld, the Shofixti caused their sun to explode in a colossal supernova, destroying the entire planetary system and, not incidentally, dozens of Ur-Quan dreadnoughts. Snork, snork, snork. Okay. When do you expect the Urath to return? Well, when they were pushing up in a hyperspace 18 years ago, we asked them that very question. And I think they said something to the effect of real soon. Okay. No, I'm not attacking you. How many crew do you have aboard? Dozens. That is to say scores and perhaps even hundreds of my brethren stride through the corridors of this specially modified, super efficient, mass destruction orientated starship, which could lay siege to an entire planetary system, should we choose to do so. Which, fortunately for you, we've decided not to do today. Okay. Hundreds? Come on. I am undone. You are far too clever for a poor Spathi like me. And now I must submit to your superior alien intellect. I guess I'm not revealing any truly important secrets if I tell you that each of my species' Eluda-class void ships typically holds 30 Spathi crewmen. Though at present my vessel, the Star Runner, is not up to full complement, due to the needs of my homeworld and their resistance against the ultimate evil. And in fact, my vessel is somewhat understaffed right now, seeing as how I'm the only Spathi on board, which is a bit frightening, as I'm sure you can understand. Wow. Okay. The galaxy teems with threatening monsters. Are you happy here, alone and vulnerable? How true, Captain, how true. In truth, just between us, during the past 7 years, I've been quite ill at ease. And yet now I find myself enjoying your company, this witty dialogue, and the presence of your huge, powerful, death-dealing starship, which, being my friend, you would certainly feel compelled to use in order to save me from any hostile life forms. Where you threatened me with death. I'm sure you'd feel a lot safer. Come on, join our fleet. Happy days and jubilation. I discard all prejudice and hesitations and accept and celebrate your offer of protection. Yay. And your undying commitment to my well-being. I must wax melancholy for just a moment though, and make sure you understand that any other Spathi ships we meet at large in the galaxy are not going to be quite so responsive to your friendly gestures as myself, since they bear more heavily the yoke of Ur-Quan enslavement, and are also apt to talk themselves out of allying with a totally unknown alien, which I have been left here, having been left here alone, cannot do. Welcome me aboard, Captain. Welcome, Squiffy, or whatever your name was. Yeah. Okay. Fun. That was quite a long dialogue, but look, on the right there, he's in my fleet. That's brilliant. So, anyway, this has been rather fascinating, but I didn't quite plan to play for this long. I thought it would be a quick game, but anyway, it was fun. But I'm going to continue this later on, but I'm pretty sure I will be continuing it. So, this was the Ur-Quan Masters, aka Star Control 2, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.